Happy Oktoberfest. It kicks off today, and with what to expect this weekend, we're actually going to head out to the Southside Fest grounds where News 8's Nick Ragner has more this morning. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Jen and Michelle. It is Oktoberfest. It's finally upon us. It's kind of chilly out, but that's okay. Right now we're actually inside the new beer tent that they have this year, and it looks fantastic. We've got the flags and everything behind us. Still a little dark, so you can't see too much of it yet, but actually interesting historic fact for you. Oktoberfest started way back in 1961. Pretty much La Crosse was looking to do another festival in the area. They thought about doing a winter festival, but decided Wisconsin has some pretty weird winters, so instead they decided to do Oktoberfest. A great decision, obviously one of the biggest festivals in the area today. And right now I'm actually joined by the president of the board of directors, Kevin Bulow. And Kevin, things have kind of been changing with Oktoberfest the past couple of years. Are there any really big changes people can expect for this year?
Well, this is our second year on our 4-day schedule. We had been 9 days for a number of years. A couple things, we're having a little more of a formal opening today at 11 o'clock. We'll have not only the lederhosen lunch, but we'll also have all our food vendors will be open and kind of inviting everyone down for lunch on Thursday. The other sort of big change will be on Sunday, where on the north side we will not require a button and we will not have beer sales because most of the programming up there is going to be pretty family oriented.
Fantastic, Kevin. And we always talk about how big this festival is, but we never really put it in perspective. How many people do you guys kind of expect on a yearly basis?
Well, when you add up all the people who come to the parades, all the people who come to the grounds, all the people who come to the various dinners that we have, you can probably expect to encounter around 200,000 individuals. So it's a pretty big crowd.
Yeah, pretty big is a great way to put it, Kevin. I don't know if you can see it back in the studio right now, but there's actually a ton of people here right now working. It's obviously still 6:30 in the morning. They were here when we got here about a half an hour ago, Kevin. How much work really goes into this yearly event?
We've been actually here since Friday of last week doing setup, and there's been crews here pretty much all day long, and especially starting yesterday well into the night and working. So I think you'll probably see close to 40, 50 people on a fairly, I won't say a full-time basis, but almost full-time basis. And by the time it's all said and done, we'll probably have somewhere in the area of 250 to 300 volunteers working the entire program.
Fantastic, Kevin. Thank you for joining us this morning. Obviously, a lot of people working really hard to put together this year's event, and actually you can see right now a full list of kind of the more important, bigger events to expect this upcoming weekend. Oktoberfest does officially begin in a little less than an hour. They got the senior breakfast right here at the Southside Fest grounds in the tent starting in just a little bit. Other events today include the lederhosen luncheon, and obviously they have live music all day long as well. The Torchlight Parade does start later tonight at the Kane Street and Gillette Streets, where a lot of News 8ers will be sporting those orange shirts, so come on down and say hi. As for the next few days, we do have the Edelweiss. Is that how you say it, Kevin? Edelweiss. See, I gotta practice my German. Parade kicks off tomorrow morning at 10 with the tapping of the golden keg to follow shortly after. Plus, we have the Festmasters Ball tomorrow night, where we'll find out who the Festmaster is. And then on Saturday, obviously, the big Maple Leaf Parade starts at 10 in the morning. There's tons and tons of live music all week long. You can find more information at oktoberfestusa.com. We'll be out here all morning tomorrow morning as well, Jen, having a ton of fun. But until then, back to you in the studio.
Hey, Nick. All right. Thanks very much. We need to sing Edelweiss.
I know. We'll get him. He'll learn.
We'll get it, Nick. All right. All right. Thanks so much. Speaking of Oktoberfest, as we do every year, News 8 will carry the Maple Leaf Parade live right here on WKBT on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Coverage will continue until the parade ends. It just kind of depends on how long it goes. Sometimes it's 3 hours, sometimes it's more like 4, but we're going to carry it until the very end. And so if you're not planning to make it down to the parade route, we would love for you to tune in to WKBT starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday.